says going live, so we should be going in a minute.
No worries, man.
I'm happy Martinelli starting.
How do you not rate the lineup? I think the lineup's really good. I think that's a solid lineup.
Did you see the lineup I sent in the chat?
What do you mean, sorry?
So I sent the team I picked yesterday in the chat. Have a look at my team.
Can you send a link to the chat so I can put that in the tweet, please?
What?
Can you send a link, please, to the
It's in there, isn't it?
Is it? Oh, okay, cool.
Oh wait, no. That's our link to the live. It's a very messy start to the live. Yeah, we are live. No one's watching.
Don't focus on the viewers because people watch us afterwards as well, won't they?
That's true. Right. There, that's the link to the live.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, so hello. Sorry for that messy start, but we are here. 30 minutes till kickoff, just under, to Arsenal versus Sheffield United. Teams out. Relatively, I mean, compared to what some fans were expecting, what fans wanted, it's a decent team. Yeah. Martinelli gets the start. Aubameyang is out with flu, according to the club, which, I mean, considering no one's been diagnosed with flu in the UK for a year, is a bit, well, it's rather interesting. We'll just run through the team now. It is Leno in goal, Chambers right back, Mari and Holding centre back, I think. I don't have the team up. Mari and Holding centre back, Saka left back, Ceballos, Xhaka, Partey, Pepe, Lacazette, Martinelli. So is Ceballos in the 10, or have we sort of gone Partey, Holding, and sort of 2?
It seems like Ceballos is in the 10. I'm just tweeting out quickly. Yeah, it looks like Ceballos is in the 10, which, I mean, Ceballos, the way it's gone this season, everything he's touched hasn't exactly gone to gold, has it? So
not quite. No.
It's kind of more gone to, how do you say? It's all just gone a bit wrong for him, hasn't it? But
it has a bit. Here he is.
It's a big opportunity for him. It
is a big opportunity. I'm very happy to see Miguel Aziz in the squad. You don't expect him to sort of come on and play. You expect if we sort of make a midfield change, it would be El Neni. Hello, Ben. Welcome.
Right. How's it going?
Yeah, good.
You got over your meltdown about the team selection, yeah?
Don't say that. I'll get everyone to come for me.
That's a solid team, in my opinion.
It's not the team I would have played, but it's a strong team.
We've seen the team you would have played.
We'll run through. I'll run through the team I would have played. I would have gone for Matt Ryan in goal, Chambers right back, Holding Mari, which I got the back 3. I would put Joel Lopez at left back. Honestly, just because I don't like.
I appreciate you're trying to come across as knowledge in the areas, but there's certain things like, yes, it's Sheffield United, yes, having a poor season, but you can't just throw kids in like that.
No, but I mean, like, I don't want to. Tierney's out. Cedric isn't natural left back.
Saka at left back is what I wanted.
Yeah, that's what I wanted as well.
I would have preferred to keep him as a forward. Xhaka, Ceballos midfield. That's what happened to rest Partey. Don't risk any injury. I would have gone Pepe on the right, Saka through the middle.
What is our front 3? Sorry, it's Martinelli, Lacazette, and Pepe.
Yeah,
that's.
I mean, I would have gone Pepe, Saka, Martinelli behind Balogun.
But again, the whole contract situation with Balogun, it's not sorted yet.
It's not sorted yet, but I mean, it's been spoken about. I think Ornstein broke it. It's been spoken about, and now it's like, oh no, we'll bring Nketiah back in. Reece Nelson, who's not played since January, has come back.
I wouldn't really.
With that lineup, you'd end up putting in two kids who've never played a Premier League minute between them.
Yeah.
Left back and striker. And then you've got Martinelli, who's not played many minutes recently. Saka, who has never played at number 10.
He has. He's been
Has he? I'm sure he's only played right and left.
He's done it on a couple of occasions.
He's played in 10 before. I mean, because we have no centre attacking midfielders there, and I don't like Spiles in the 10.
I think it'll be a flat midfield 3.
I think it's going to be a Ceballos masterclass incoming, lads, today.
I don't know. Maybe I was just too.
Plus, the further away from goal he makes his mistakes, the better, right?
It's currently snowing in Sheffield.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's snowing here as well. I'm in Leeds.
I had snow, sun, snow, and now rain. I think, and now the sun looks like it's back out.
I think I've had about 4 different weather conditions in Southampton today. So,
yeah, we've had everything.
But hopefully,
last time we played the snow, we won. Was it 5? We scored against West Brom.
4.
4.
Yeah.
4.
Hopefully, this result will be all right, though.
I mean, considering results have gone our way today, haven't they? Or Spurs lost.
Oh, but we're not really in a fight with Spurs.
no.
Villa drew.
Villa lost. Villa lost to Liverpool.
They lost to Liverpool, didn't they? Yeah, they did 2-1. Alexander-Arnold with the rocket. Leeds beat City, which doesn't help us.
Something I'm really excited to see is that Martinelli, Saka, left-hand side link up again.
That would be dangerous.
Yeah, that was really good.
Highlights from when we saw that in the FA Cup last season at Bournemouth and Portsmouth, and now they're showing other moments when Saka's assisted Martinelli in the Sheffield United game. But hopefully, it's cause for excitement in today's game. And I'm just so happy for Martinelli because someone put it on Twitter the other day saying that Martinelli has all the attributes that Arteta asks and demands from his players. So why isn't he starting him?
But Arteta said, didn't he, that he still thought Martinelli had some things to learn, which I thought was really interesting because when you look at Aubameyang and Pepe and Lacazette, you think they've all clearly got things that they need to learn under Arteta as well. And Martinelli's more naturally suited to what Arteta wants to do, as you say.
Yeah.
It's a really odd one for me.
It's baffling. And also, like in the start of the season when Mustafi was still here and he was saying that Saliba's not ready to play, but is Mustafi ready to play? And he was starting Mustafi in games. But and Arteta's hopefully, I think it's a good enough team to win this game. And hopefully your 4-0 prediction from the other night can carry over to this one.
I think.
Seeing as we haven't actually done a proper formal prediction for this video, should we do some go through our predictions for this game now?
Yeah, I think we should. You started the conversation off there. How can you see this one going?
How can I say this without cursing?
I don't know.
I'm confident. I do think it's a good chance to take risks and play certain players. Like for Lacazette, it's an instant chance for him to redeem himself from his missed opportunities the other night. Well, I don't know about completely redeem himself, but to get that confidence.
I was going to say, scoring against Sheffield United in a dead rubber in the league compared to a knockout game against Slavia.
It's a chance. A chance for him to get his confidence back up. And
it's like crashing your Ferrari but keeping your Mini intact.
But I'm confident we'll get a few goals. And to be honest, Sheffield United haven't scored that many goals this season. And hopefully we can keep a clean sheet. So I'm going to say 4-0.
Ben?
Oh, thing is, Sheffield United haven't scored many goals this season, as Dan says. But we are brilliant at just gifting sides goals from nowhere. True. So if they're going to score a goal, we'll probably give them a goal.
Yeah.
And, it'll be from an Arsenal error that's pounced upon, just whether they can take it. And I think they'll be able to take it. I haven't actually seen their lineup.
Ramsdale's in goal.
Brewster's on the bench.
Brewster's on the bench, okay. That makes me feel a bit better because...
Brewster's not scored. I don't understand why we're hyping up Ryan Brewster. He's not scored.
No, he's just a bit more exciting than McBurney or Burke or McGoldrick.
They've gone. Sheffield United have Ramsdale, Ampadu, Egan, Stevens, They've got 3 at the back. They've got Baldock, Lundstrom, Norwood, Fleck, Osborne, with McGoldrick and Burke up top. 3-5-2.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad. I mean, it's obviously Burge's injured, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, sounded
and so is Bogle, which is good because they were 2 of their better players in the middle of the season. I say better. Sheffield United are rock bottom. Like, we shouldn't be worrying about them. This should be one of those games to go and win 4 or 5-0. I think we'll probably win 3-1.
It should be.
Is our centre back pairing Holding and Murray? Sorry.
Yeah.
Holding and Murray, yeah. Chambers at right back.
Which is good. I like Holding and Murray. I think it's a really good partnership.
I think it'll be well suited to this game because Gabriel sometimes can be a bit rash. And Holding and Murray are 2. They're big enough to deal with the physical barriers that Sheffield United will come with, and they'll try and get in your face.
And with all respect to them, McBurney and McGoldrick are not going to run beyond.
No.
I mean, I like the
Burnley. I think we might go similar to how we tried to play Burnley, and hopefully it'll work this time.
There's no McBurney. It's McGoldrick.
No,
sorry, McGoldrick and
who? Burke.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them are going to outrun Murray or Holding. There's not.
And with Callum Chambers at right back, can sort of slot into that sort of right centre back role, go 3 across the line if Saka goes forward. It's a smart team selection with him. It's like the Burnley game. It's traditionally quite a physical team. You look at McGoldrick going up against Chambers down that right hand side. It makes sense. I like the fact that we've rested Partey just for this game.
He's going to get.
No, he's not. He started.
He's playing.
I don't know what I'm talking about. No, we're getting 3 across midfield. I would have liked to have rested him. I would have liked to have rested him. That's what I mean. But again, like you said, it's a dead rubber in the league, but you still want to have that momentum.
Get 3-0 after 60 minutes and bring on Aziz and give.
Well, that's going to be the game plan, isn't it? You don't want to.
He'll bring on El Neni, won't he?
Well, bring on El Neni and Aziz for Xhaka and Partey. That's fine. At 60 minutes, 3-0 up.
Or
we've got to get there first.
I can see him keeping Xhaka on just because to give Aziz that kind of comfort, and Xhaka's very much a kind of captain.
Yeah, I mean, who's got the armband tonight? Is it Lacazette?
Lacazette.
Probably.
Which I don't like strikers as captains.
Can we just have one captain and keep him like other teams, man?
No, because we can't keep the same 11 players on the pitch every week.
I mean,
give it to Leno then.
Yeah, I would say in this situation I would have given it to Leno.
Yeah.
Maybe even Xhaka just for that experience leadership thing.
Besides the mess, but I think that 11 should be all right.
I mean, we should go up to Bramwell Lane and stick 4 or 5 past them.
Yeah, I was there last season when we lost 1-0 though, so I mean, I'm not confident.
But you look at the team, you look at the pace we've got, you look at that left-hand side, you look at Pepe, the goal we scored on form. Martinelli gets his start. Lacazette will need to prove himself.
It's a big chance for Martinelli. It's a big chance for him to kind of stake a claim and go, this is what you've been missing out on with not starting me. I
am surprised he's starting on the left, considering Arteta's spoken quite openly about trying to make him a centre forward number 9.
I don't think that's not going to happen overnight, though, is it?
No, I don't think it is. But I think, I mean, I could have understood it if you went Martinelli, Saka, and Cedric at left.
But also with Martinelli playing on the left, the way that we're set up with Saka bombing forward every time means that Martinelli will naturally drift inside, and he'll find himself in those pockets of space like Aubameyang does or did.
Sorry, did we finish our score predictions?
I didn't give mine. I was going to say 4-0 as well, but I'll make it interesting and say 3.
Ben, what did you say?
So 3-1.
I'll go 3-0, just so we have something different in there. We spoke about it just as we started. I don't know how I feel about the bench necessarily. I know we've got injuries, but
you're so negative. You're so negative today.
Who would you rather have on the bench?
We've got a good enough side there to win. We've got a decent enough cover on the bench, I think.
William, Nelson, and Nketiah is fine. I mean, Balogun's probably playing for the under-23s because I was reading something about them struggling to stay in their division. They're on the brink of relegation at the moment, and they've got a game Monday night, so he's probably being rested for that.
He probably is. I would have liked to have seen him in there, but if it's for the 23s and we're sort of prioritising their development as well, I get that.
Sheffield United's got 14 points this season, a goal difference of -35.
I mean, we should be going into this confident of getting a few.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried about the 4-3-3 if that's what we play, or Ceballos at 10. That central space might be really cavernous again.
I mean, I can see him sort of dropping Partey defensively and having to sort of drop in the sort of cam for the CDM and having that left protection.
He's played Ceballos in the 10 before. He's not afraid to do it, so it could happen.
No, but that went terribly against Benfica.
I think Ceballos this season just has been a disaster, unfortunately. Apart from when you tweeted out that one half he had.
Again, it was 22 minutes in the first leg against Benfica. It was brilliant.
Making it more and more difficult to whether we should sign him or not.
Yeah, I mean...
Then he goes and does...
Guendouzi does exactly the same thing when he comes back if he plays. If we can sort that out.
Guendouzi's not coming back into this team, neither is Torreira.
I can hear you crying about Torreira over there.
I'm really... If Torreira goes to Boca for 15 million or whatever's being reported at the moment, I will be really sad because I really like him.
Yeah, we know you do, Josh.
Fell in love with him after that Spurs game, just the passion you see. But I mean, if we go out and sign another, like a better CDM, I mean, Odegaard at a left back and a backup right back.
Josh, I know it's hard sometimes. You just got to move on.
I know. I mean, I still. You look at my 1 to 11. I've still got Van Persie and Andy Mayor up front. I hold on to these memories. Did
you put Torreira in that team? I swear you did.
No, he didn't.
No, I had Wilshere, Ramsey.
He must have been an honourable mention.
I mean, I had Torreira and Eduardo as my honourable mentions. Wanted to get them in there, but couldn't quite.
I had Julia Baptista as one of my honourable mentions.
My personal highlight of Torreira was when he was playing in a number 10 role.
No, I went Wilshere Cazorla in there. No, I was very tempted to put in Torreira, but hadn't been there long enough. I still stick by that my team is the best one we've put out there so far.
Mate, just no.
Just this time, just let it go, all right?
Well, we've got 10 minutes to kick off.
Have we given up on the league at this point?
Yes.
Who's we? Have fans given up on it, or has Arteta given up on it?
We as in fans, have we given up completely?
I gave up on the league in like January because when it was the period where we had Wolves and then Villa, which I think is March, we were coming into it on a really good run of form, or relatively good run of form compared to what we had earlier in the season. And it was sort of, if we win these 2 games, we're back in the top 5. And with Arsenal, one thing you've learned over the last few seasons is if there's ever if we do this happens, we never do it. It's like if we win against Liverpool, we'll be a point behind them. If we win our games against Wolves and Villa, we'll be 5th. With a good goal difference, and we'll be in a good run, in a good position. It's the same now. If we've got 8 games left, if we win all 8, guess where we'll be? We'll be 6th or whatever. It's not going to happen.
No, but it should. You look at that run. We should not lose more than 2 games.
It depends. If we're juggling the Europa League last stage as well, I don't care if we lose 8 games if we win the Europa League, to be quite frank.
I mean, that has to be the priority now, doesn't it? Like, that has to be like...
It's been the priority since we got out of the group stages.
But it hasn't felt like it. We've not put in the performances as if we want to win the thing. Like, we scraped through against Olympiacos, scraped through against Benfica.
That's...
I mean, we're the underdogs in that second leg against Slavia Prague.
I don't think we are.
They've not lost a game this year. Unbeaten since like December 2019 or where, like, at home.
I think we could put you in the Czech League and you get a decent goal return.
No, but I mean, we're not favourites going into that game.
Great guys.
I mean, you might struggle with the physicality of the league, but other than that, it'll be fine.
But having to score and know we have to score at least 1.
But we're going into the way I would have gone into it is we were going to concede anyway. Like, that was going to happen. Every game I go into, I think we're going to concede a goal.
I do as well, but we shouldn't be in the position where we draw that game.
No, we shouldn't be, but we did, and we've got 90 minutes now to put it right. And Arsenal do quite well under sort of big pressure when it comes to like the here and now, like the FA Cup run, for example.
Yeah.
The FA Cup final, we played really well despite being pretty poor around it.
Then you could argue Baku.
I mean, you look at
Baku was different. Baku was very different.
You look at the run into Baku, the teams we had. We had what? AC Milan, Valencia.
Yeah, but you've got Baku. You've also got Carabao Cup final against Man City. Like
Man City are a different beast. Like I know we beat them in the final.
We folded, and again, there's some things of the past.
But I'd argue at Baku as well. We went into it as favourites. You know, there was all about that David Luiz, Kante injury, row things going on. Chelsea, you know,
as the last game, it was Chelsea have already got top 4. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
what made it so much more painful as well. We were going into that as favourites. They already had top 4. We needed it to get the Champions League again. It was awful.
I watched that game with 2 Chelsea fans.
Can we stop talking about it, please? It's bringing up
the worst mistake I've made. I watched it with 2 Chelsea fans.
I watched it. It was the day of my last exam in the last year of uni.
Oh wow!
I watched it that evening, and it went from like one of the highlights of my uni career to the low light very, very quickly.
I was doing some coaching at sports camp, and I was like, big up. Oh yeah, no, watch tomorrow. We'll come in with a 1-2 nil. It'll be great. And I came in, and all the Chelsea kids who were Chelsea fans just laughed at me.
Is this why you're so pessimistic now? You're scared of being bullied by the kids at the sports camp. If we
yes, that is exactly.
I think we should change the subject very quickly.
Yes, please do.
So, are we going to come back on live at half-time?
If it goes our way. If we're 3-0 up, we'll come on.
No matter what. We were tested to our maximum when we played West Ham. We're 3-1 down after whatever it was. Half-time.
33 minutes.
Josh is such a fair weather host. He comes on if we're winning 4-0 at half-time.
Just briefly, we'll sort of come off with a minute or so, in a minute or so, just to give you 5 minutes before the kickoff. But speaking of West Ham, I saw rumours today that we've been linked with Jesse Lingard if we don't secure Martin Odegaard.
I wouldn't have been so well. If you told me this about 4 months ago, I would have probably just been like, just end it all now. Because, like, just delete club, you know what I mean, in FIFA.
Yeah.
Delete club. Oh. But the way he's been playing this season, he's arguably, if not, in my opinion, the best player in the league at the moment.
He doesn't make my Euros team, though.
He can do it on a consistent basis. And does he just fit West Ham's mould?
That's what I mean. Like, he doesn't make my Euros team because West Ham are very different to that England team.
But there's so many negatives about signing him for any side, let alone a side that needs to
very high as well as a transfer.
that needs to rebuild an entire team. The truth is, we're not going to be competing for the league again for like 2, 3, 4 years.
2 years.
That mate.
Sorry, I've had a beer. It might be 4 years instead.
We're going to see Arsenal lift the Premier League in our lifetimes again.
But Jesse Lingard is a 28-year-old who thrives in a counter-attacking system, and we never play a counter-attacking game, and we won't compete until he's like 31. We should be looking at a much younger.
We're not going to sign him, are we? Let's be frank. We're not going to sign him.
Well, this is the thing. You'd hope not, wouldn't you? If there's any sense left at board level, we don't sign him.
United don't sell him to us, regardless. He doesn't join us. He hates us. He doesn't join Arsenal.
Guys, we've got the players walking out now, so should we come up and then come back on at half time, yeah?
I'm getting some weird deja vu at the moment. I'm getting major deja vu. Have you ever done a live in this position before, Dan?
No.
I've never done one here either.
I'm getting deja. Honestly, I can remember Dan sitting there with that window.
Hey, okay. Well, let's.
Should we go off before you before your head explodes?
And then we'll be back at half time. The players just walking out now, and then
right.
hopefully,